Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. Dakota access pipeline. Uh-oh. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. I have received so many messages about the Dakota access pipeline. People are asking, Ralph, what's going on? What do you think of it? And I don't tune into the mainstream news. But I saw that pipe because it's so long, you can't miss it. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello there? What are you talking about, Ralph? Dakota access pipeline. If you don't know, this is a pipeline running from North Dakota all the way to Illinois. That's what they want. It costs $3.7 billion. It's going to transport 570,000 barrels of crude oil daily. And they say it's going to create a lot of jobs. It's going to help a lot of people out. But there have been huge protests about this from the Standing Rock Sioux tribe and other people. They aren't happy. And I wanted to know why they weren't happy, because I just saw protests. Then I found out why. Now, the pipeline is going to go under the Missouri River at Lake Ohi, which is half a mile upstream from the Standing Rock Sioux's drinking source. Can you imagine if that was your drinking source so close to the pipeline? Yes, so a lot of people are saying this is a violation of people's natural human rights, drinking rights, okay? And a lot of people have talked about how an oil spill is inevitable. It's not a question of if, no, it's a question of when it happens, because oil spills of that length is just inevitable. And a lot of people have great concerns that it will actually pollute their water source, their farmland. So I was looking at this story saying, wow, where are we, humanity as a people? We have a lot of work to do, because people have lived on that land for thousands of years, and all of a sudden, this is going to affect 28 tribes and millions of people. It's going to change their entire life, their culture. And I was thinking that more has to be done. You can't just build a pipeline without informing people, okay? But this is the beauty of the story. I came across a great article showing how 2 police officers had handed in their badges in support of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. So even they realize something isn't right. And I feel time and time again, you see, it's like the Avatar. Okay, we lived in a beautiful world, mangoes everywhere, papaya everywhere. I wake up every day with a bunch of grapes in my mouth. And all of a sudden, it's like we just are building everywhere, building pipelines. And crude oil is such a toxic substance. It's crude oil for a reason. It's crude. When people have lived a certain way for thousands of years. I say that as humanity, we've got to do better, because is it eco-friendly? Slow motion that side. Or is it ego-friendly? Because it's $3.7 billion. It's going to be huge. Someone is going to profit tremendously. Now, as I see it, it will create a lot of jobs. At the same time, I feel that you can't just build a pipeline that's going to affect millions of people, their water source, World Health Organization they've talked about how everyone is entitled to a healthy, clean supply of water. So I can definitely get where they're coming from, the Standing Rock Sioux tribe, and realize that as a whole, we as humanity have to come together. But more so, we have to realize that we can't just keep building stuff, pipelines, buildings here, because what's actually happening is that we're actually changing planet Earth. Okay? We have buildings in so many cities which affect the feng shui, which is the energy flow everywhere. What is it like to go into a city where you have building? You feel like anxious. That's why probably so many people have anxiety attacks, because their environment, they're not practicing ecotherapy. So I actually was smiling when I saw the officers hand in their badge, because I'm like, wow, they even know that it's about ecotherapy. It's about realizing planet Earth was here before we were. Meaning we can't just start putting toxins into the soil if that's people's natural farmland. Who are we to say, well, I want to do this? I see it like this, that protesting on a subject like this, when we talk of water, because the Sioux tribe talk of how water is life to them, and water is life to all of us. If the water source is contaminated by oil spill, then it's going to cause a huge problem. Oh, but don't worry about that, because it's going to create a lot of jobs. So it's almost like machine world against organic world. This is like the Avatar all over again. And I say that we as humanity, I feel it was Marlon Brando who said so wonderfully how indigenous peoples of the earth, their land is just getting wiped out. Their whole culture is getting wiped out, and we have to do something about it. And as I see it, we have a lot to learn from indigenous cultures. The Native Americans can teach us so much. They have great wisdom, and we are all one people on planet Earth. And I see that every time these things happen, if you don't make a protest, it will just happen. So as this story is getting more exposure and limelight, I'm just so fascinated how everybody is like, we can't just keep affecting people's natural drinking supply. Could you imagine if that was you? Like someone said, okay, I want to build this pipeline near to your house, and it could maybe affect your water supply. Now, I definitely do know that something on this scale would produce a lot of jobs for people. It's going to help a lot of people out financially. But is there a better way to do it? What do you feel? Do you feel it's a good thing? Or do you feel that leave it alone? Leave it alone. Okay? I always get the sense that humanity, like the great Bob Marley said, planet Earth is turning into a concrete jungle. Crude oil, we're talking about more machines, right? We're talking about that being the fuel that will power more machines. So yes, it's great that so much oil is going to be transported, but what are we fueling? Slow motion on this side. There was a time when we actually lived in harmony with the planet. The animals were healthy. The birds were healthy. We were healthy. Now, so many people, we're like cockroaches on steroids. We've become restless because we've become greedy. We've become egocentric. And as I see it, as more people come back into nature, we will all become our greatest versions once again. And then say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? What do you think? Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Getting high. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.